that shit up. Oh boy, what up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's nighttime. NBA Talk with Jay Money. See what I'm saying? We're trying to get some cash, man. We're trying to get on the streak. It's Wednesday. Doing some early looks for Wednesday, man. Trying to get some cash, my guys. It's some nice spots on the board, my guys. I must say, man, some nice spots on the board. Hope y'all doing all right out there. Hope y'all was able to get some cash with me today, man. Obviously, come back. Hey, the Sharks play the over finna cash as well, man. So it looks like all the plays, both our plays went cash today. Went 2-0 one time for the one time, my guys. We always trying to cash, man. We get some shit set here. Oh, we got Cavs, Magic, some good games. I'll tell you this: I probably won't go through every game because I really only have I got 3 picks tomorrow, my guys. I got 3 picks tomorrow. We taking the Wolves first quarter, first half. We taking the Nets, my guys. No one's gonna like the Nets, but I'll tell you that right now. Nobody's gonna like this shit, but I'll tell you why here in a sec, my guys. Let me just get some shit here. What y'all got going tonight, man? Y'all drink some beers, y'all watching the game, watching the Smack City spot, man. We're gonna be fading the public on these TV games damn near all year, my guys. That's what we're gonna be doing. Total sitting at 229. All right, let's do it. Let's do it here. All right, I didn't come here to waste your time, my guys. Everybody that's here, appreciate you. Star Child, what's up, Cody? I see you, my guy. Junior in there. Nets Bets, my brother. Davis Hill, what up, CO? I see you. Danny Mendoza, that's my guy right there. C Cal, I see you. Moneyline Cam. We got the real ones in here. Markel, Adrenaline 23. I see you, Chief Wiggum. Julian, everybody, man. Aaron, Terrence, everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. The people that was here waiting as well. What's up, Robbie? What's up? I see you, my guy. Zeke Master 91. Cam. I appreciate y'all, man. What's up, Lenny? I see you. Let's get to some plays here, guys. I'll tell you what I'm liking. Well, I just told you I'm liking, but let's talk about a few games here now. First game up now. Let's go over here to the Cavs and the Magic here, man. This is a tricky spot here. Still, so I know that Garland's still going to be out. I won't have a play in this game. Just seeing how I'm looking at it. Would definitely like to lean towards the under here. Magic started out the season 0-4, right? They're 1-3 against the spread. They're 2-2 to the over and under. One of them games, no, they didn't go to overtime. One of them went over by 6 points. Excuse me. I can see an under type of spot here. I don't play a lot of totals. Let's see. The Magic, they went 2-2. The Magic went. Let's see. The Magic went 2-2 versus this team last year, my guys. No, 1-2. Well, they went 1-2 versus this team last year. Cavs beat them both times at the house, 105-92, 107-91. Then the Magic smacked them up 120-115 in that later game. I'll tell you, the Magic will try to emulate this Cavs team, man. They try to run the bigs out there, but this team really struggles on the offense. So it's going to be tough for them to match with Donovan Mitchell. Like, I don't think that Suggs is questionable, but Cole Anthony, it's going to be really tough for him to match Donovan Mitchell over there. I'd go with an under in this game. I think you're gonna make plenty of money this year taking Cavs games unders, especially against another good defensive team, right? So I see two defensive teams here. Cavs much better offensively, but the Magic do have the bigs to rebound in this game and to keep them, keep them off the boards and make sure there's not a ton of easy baskets inside. I look towards the under in that game. I don't have anything official on it. Probably won't bet it. But if I had to play it, it would definitely be the under in that one, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Detroit here, man. We got the Pistons getting 7 points versus the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks coming off a terrible game, man. They got smacked up versus the Hawks there, my guys. Man, I'll be back good by in the morning, man, hopefully. But Pistons, 3 straight losses. They come in off their loss versus the Wizards today. So they come off 3 straight road games. Then this the first game back at the house and a road home back to back. It's a terrible spot for the Pistons. They're probably finna start out 1-4 here, most likely. You got the Hawks coming off a terrible loss. This is their first road game of the season, though. Somewhat versus a bottom tier team. Be interesting to see if the Hawks can get up for this one. We know that Trae Young they don't like necessarily playing these regular season games. The home team has won the last 6 games, the last 6 meetings between the two teams. Let's see, last year The Pistons won the last two meetings, so the Hawks showing some vulnerabilities up there in Detroit, man. Like I say, they won the first game to over the season, 122-104, smacked them up. And then the Pistons get them in overtime, 113-110. Then 122-101, March 23rd, absolutely smacked them up in that one, man. So in theory, those the Hawks' revenge spot. And they still got smoked in that game by 21 points. I would like to lean the Hawks here, but I'm not letting this amount of points with them. They do have the rest advantage. They are coming off a bad loss where they got blown out as 10-point favorites. In theory, I'd like to take teams that came in off of this. Is something I'm gonna have to start tracking. Teams coming in off of that were favored by double digits that lost the game outright. I think that's something. I think that's something that you want to play on that team. It just happened with the Sixers as well. They lost versus the Spurs outright as well. I think they were laying 10 points in that game. You lost outright. And then now they came back in the next game, they were laying 12 and a half, I believe. They lost outright. You come back in the next game, laying 12 and a half versus the Pacers, and then they get the job done. So it may be something to keep. That may be a really strong angle there. Take favorites that came off a double digit, they were favored by double digits in their last game and lost straight up, take them in their next game. That there may be some merit to that. I lean Hawks here, especially with the versus advantage coming off a terrible loss. We just need them to take teams serious, if that makes sense. Pistons are really struggling offensively, guys. The bench is really struggling as well. It's basically Cade and Bogdanovich. That's the offense right now. Sadiq Bey can hit some threes. But like I said, with them being on the back-to-back here, I'd lean Hawks. Don't want to bet this game. And what you guys think? If Hawks don't get the first game, they'll win the second one. Exactly. These type of times, we could just wait to see who loses this one. In theory, Pistons should get smacked in this one with them being on the back-to-back. And then they'll have a lot better game the next game. Usually, that's how it happens here. In theory, that's what I would see here. People saying in the chat they're not touching this first matchup. Yeah, that's a good point. Pistons again. Star Charles Spurs getting too many points. Who's the Hawk play after this game? They play the Pistons again after two games. So no look ahead for the Hawks. They should come in here and smash these guys, man. In theory, they should. In theory, a lot of people say though, my guys. A ton of people say that, 120, 101, the Suns just absolutely clean them up. You gotta love it, my guys. You gotta love it, man. But here we finna go. Let's see. Now, like I say, the Hawks coming off that loss versus the Hornets. Now we finna talk about these Hornets, my guys. We finna talk about what they're getting, the 8/7.5. Yeah, this game really is barely even out right now. What do you guys think about this Knicks versus Hornets spot, my guys? The Knicks are laying 8 points, 7.5/8 points. Let me see. We don't even have a total for it yet. Man, the Hornets, they coming off a nice little win, right? Coming off a win. So maybe just like we ride with the team that lost as the double-digit favorite, maybe you want to fade the team. I really have to keep a track of this all season. No, Hornets, they just won as a double-digit underdog. Maybe it could be the same thing to fade them here. I can tell you this. I would like to lean towards the Knicks here, guys. That's what I'd like to do. The Knicks, they need a confidence boosting win. You got to stack up these wins versus the lower tier teams as well. That's what the Hornets are. They're already a lower tier team. Now the Hawks simply overlooked them. It's simple. This team was without LaMelo and Rozier right now, so they're without both of their starting point guards. My guys, I'd like to lean to the Knicks here. This will be a huge public game. That doesn't mean they won't cash though. But let's see here. Let's see what we got here. I know they lost 3 out of the last 4 times. The Knicks are 3-0 against the spread so far this year, my guys. They've been at the house chilling. See what I'm saying? They've had a day off. Let's see. They do have the Bucks on deck. That's the only thing not good, but I mean, you might not have too good of a matchup in this one. Still, lost 3 of the 4 matchups last season. Now you get the Knicks here laying 8 points. This line is all over the Knicks. Watch, I'll tell you this. Watch, Sharks gonna look at this game and be like, "Oh, that's a good line for the Knicks there." The last time they faced off, the Hornets won 125-114 on laying 2.5 on the road. Now and they smacked them up by 11 points. Now it flips to Knicks, open up at 8. They weren't laying 8. The most they were laying versus their team last year was 2.5. They laid 2.5 in the first couple games, lost both of those. Then they were the underdog plus 8.5 in Charlotte. They covered that one, and then it came back to New York, and that's when they lost as the 2.5 point home underdog. Now it moves to -8 for the Knicks. This line is all over the Knicks, man. Bookie's telling you that it's most likely a smack city spot here. Heavily lean to the Knicks, my guys. It's not one of my top plays, but let me see. My guy here in the chat, he said, so Lake Show said to like Charlotte plus the points. Somebody else just said they just posted their plays, and the last one was Knicks. I can't find it, my guys, but Nets bets, Nets tomorrow. Hey, thanks. Knicks first half while at the house. That's some good points right there. Lean Hornets first half, but Knicks full game. Yep, that's a good point there. Yeah, man, y'all hit that like button if you can, my guys. Yeah, James asked me to do a show tonight, and I still feel a little sick, but I still did it for my guy James. For all of yous, but for James as well. Finna get some shirts, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, in theory, this number is all over the Knicks, my guys. I think the bookies are kind of telling you here. I mean, they're not telling you shit, but where they set this line is saying that the Knicks smoked the Hornets here. And without LaMelo, without Rozier, they should have got smoked versus the Hawks. Hawks just overlooked them. Maybe the Knicks don't overlook them here, especially with you getting smashed by them last year. I definitely lean that way, my guys. Definitely would lean that way. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get to it. Let me add this game real quick. We're gonna go to the streets of Toronto next, my guys. We're going to the streets of Toronto. We got the 76ers. Sorry, I just did a show. See what I'm saying? I just came off doing the podcast for Action Network for Network Raptors. Yeah. The Raptors got playoff revenge, my guys. They do have playoff revenge. Definitely got to talk about. They don't even have the total yet. Obviously, we'll be live at 11 a.m. Eastern with the Shark, my guys. Now so heavily linked to the Knicks -8. If I'm looking at that one, maybe the Knicks Hawks money line parlay may not be a bad look, but I'm not taking it. But the Knicks got to find some type of way to hop on them, in my opinion. The Hornets, they won't continue to look that good without Rozier and LaMelo Ball, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Toronto here, man. You got the Raptors laying 1.5 points versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Well, the Sixers might be laying one. The real lines haven't really came out yet. Sixers started out 0-2 on the season. Then they smack up the Pacers in that one. They won by 14, was laying 12, so it was a close one. This is a first game of a home and home as well, my guys. So this is one maybe we watch real close, and whoever loses this game, we're going to be on the next one. But this one, we need to know what's up with Scotty Barnes. He is one of the main players for the Raptors over there, definitely one of their best defenders. Otto Porter Jr. as well will be one of their 3-and-D guys, mainly to help out with threes. They're missing the shooters as well. But Anthony Milton is questionable for the Sixers with a thigh injury, and they could really be tough as well if they're missing him off the bench. Let's look at some trends here. Sixers are 0-6-1 against the spread. Last 7 road games versus teams with home winning percentage of 60% or more, my guys. So they're not that good on the road versus teams that play really well at the house. Raptors are 6-1 against the spread. They're 5-1 against the spread last 6 when their opponent scores 100 points or more previous game. Whatever, that's a stupid trend. Sorry, but 6-1 ATS last 7 on Wednesday games could be something there. The Sixers are 6-15 last 21 meetings in Toronto for whatever reason. Maybe they don't like going through customs and stuff like that. Obviously, this team, the Raptors, did get put out by the Sixers last year in the playoffs. That I can only look towards the Raptors here with some playoff revenge. When you get put out by a team in the playoffs, you're thinking about that all season. The end of your season, you're going to get in the gym. You're thinking about whatever team you're putting up a poster of Joel Embiid right there, and it's giving you motivation to work out, get stronger, to get in better shape. That way, next year you come back and smack them up. Teams have these type of spots circled on their calendar, my guys. Obviously, the Sixers have started out lackluster. This is their first game on the road here, so in theory, Raptors' first half should be the look here, guys. I can definitely see the Raptors bringing a defensive intensity here. They have the much better defense as well. Joel Embiid looking a little lazy right now, like he's not necessarily in top shape. Harden is in top shape, though. If he continues to ball this way, the Sixers will be in a good position, my guys. But would like to lean Raptors here, I'm going to choose to just defer to the next game. I'll watch this one closely. Lean Raptors first half, lean Raptors full game. But I'm gonna watch this one and most likely take the loser of this one in the next game. Hopefully, this first game goes over and we smash the under in the next game, my guys. But now let's get to some official plays, my guys, because I'm not here to waste your time. You see what I'm saying? I'm not, and I'm finna go to bed, take a shower, do all that type of shit, man. But 2 games here, my guys. Two games, 3 plays. Y'all know we're doing. If you know me, you know what we're doing. You know what happened. What happened? The Timberwolves lost to the Spurs. It's 8.5, 9-point favorite. Shark called it right. I rolled with them. We cashed it. It was a terrible spot for the Timberwolves. 3rd game in 4 nights. Back-to-back. Road to home. Absolute lackluster spot. Overlooking the Spurs. All that good stuff. What do? They outscored them 35-12 in the 4th quarter. Still playing their starters. I say to myself, they're trying to find something. They're trying to figure this team out. They're going to find something for the next game. They're going to bring that momentum from the 4th quarter into this game here. Timberwolves, 1st quarter, first half. Wouldn't talk you out of the full game as well. This might be the first trifecta spot of the season. The Timberwolves are going to smoke the Spurs tomorrow by 20-some points, my guys. They're going to be up by 10 points at the end of the 1st quarter. They will not look back. The Spurs will be down a starter. They won't have Devin Vassell in this game as well. Obviously, that's huge because the Spurs are out there playing with a ton of young guys. One of them missing can really throw a wrench in everything. The bench play, all the good stuff, my guys. 4th straight road game as well for the Spurs. They didn't have to travel, obviously. So in theory, 3rd straight road game, but still at Indiana, then back-to-back in Philly as well. You win that game as 13.5-point underdogs. Then you go to Minnesota. You head over to Minnesota with the rest advantage, right? Then you face the Timberwolves on a back-to-back. Now the rest is even up here. Now you got the Timberwolves sitting at the house, pissed off with a day off, saying, how the fuck do we get smacked up by the Spurs here, guys? So like I said, Spurs heading to the house after this for a little homestand. They're going to get smacked in this one. I feel like they're going to run out of gas as well. Jakob Poeltl is not going to have that good of a game. Timberwolves have to figure something out. They're 1-3 against the spread. Obviously, still trying to integrate Gobert and get used to playing with Cat. He talking about Anthony Edwards to stop. Don't go to Popeyes no more, man. But I think Ant going to come out with some. Shut up, Cat. I will go for 30, and then I'm going to Popeyes. But Timberwolves taking his team to Smack City tomorrow. They're figuring them out in the 4th quarter, bringing that momentum to the 1st quarter. You can get them at some spots. Bet MGMs right now. It's the 1st quarter is at -2.5. The first half is at -5.5. But I play the 1st quarter up to 3.5. I played the first half up to 6, my guys. Regardless, I don't think it'll matter. I think they're up by double digits and in the 1st quarter, at the end of the 1st half. I hope you guys are liking it in the chat, my guys. I love the Timberwolves to bounce back tomorrow. That's what we do. We take especially when they're a favorite in these home games, especially when the favorite loses that first game, you want to take them next game, my guys. You already know that they're the better team. It was an outlier. They got smacked up by the underdog. It won't happen twice again. Nothing's guaranteed, but I'm on the Timberwolves 1st quarter, first half. I feel really strong about those plays, my guys. Heavily lean to the 1st quarter as well. And the Clippers will do the same thing to the Thunder on Thursday, my guys. So just we always look ahead. Thunder, yeah. Clippers will be in the same type of situation except for they're on the road on Thursday. So I'm giving you guys looks in advance. See what I'm saying? Timberwolves, 1st quarter, first half. Official plays, my guys. Now, this other game, this is the last one I'll talk about tonight. You got the Bucks laying 4 points here versus the Brooklyn Nets, my guys. The Brooklyn Nets are in need of a win. They almost got. I mean, if you're watching the show, man, you already know what I like. I said that we're rooting for the Grizzlies versus the Nets. We want them to lose that game, so they're coming in here versus Milwaukee in a must-win spot. They've started out 1-2 straight up and against the spread this season. I believe personally, I do think they have a unicorn in this game for Giannis. His name is Ben Simmons. You don't have to score a single point. You can get 10 assists. You can get fouled out in the 4th quarter in this game. You can get 10 rebounds as well. Simmons will be in here, simply put, to guard Giannis every single play. Make sure he doesn't get back on those fast breaks. I think Simmons will be a really good matchup for Giannis right here, my guys. So that's my angle on it. Give me the Nets here plus the 4, basically a must-win type of game. They've lost 3 out of 4 to the Bucks last year, but like I said, with Simmons playing this time around, this is the time that they have a really good matchup for Giannis because outside of that, they don't have a ton of paint protection. But Giannis is the only guy that I'm worried about going into the paint every single time. So if you can stop him, I'm not really worried about the rest of the team, my guys. I know they still have guys, Pat Connaughton, Drew Holiday, Brook Lopez. These guys can shoot some 3. Or no, Connaughton's still out. It's Grayson Allen. They still have some guys that can shoot some threes. They could get hot from three, guys. It can happen. I'm going with the Nets here, plus the 4. I think they win this game straight up, my guys. And the Nets, you want to buy them on the road. For whatever reason, they don't play really well at the house. But on the road, this team really seems to turn up here, my guys. They have the shooters, a lot more shooters in this game as well. Hopefully, Daron Sharp can come off the bench and give us some good minutes behind Claxton. But this play, whenever Giannis in the game, you got to have Simmons in there. Hopefully, he doesn't foul out. I like the Nets here. No one will like this play. A lot of people going to be on the books. It's a national TV game. I'm on the underdog, contrarian underdog in this one. I think the Nets win this one straight up, my guys. Like you say, Nets, Birmingham, Memphis. You don't go versus what I tell you guys. You don't go. Make this a rule, guys. Don't go against a team that's off of a 30 or more point loss. Don't do it. It's not saying that they can't get blown out back to back, but psychologically, you want to back the team that's got smoked that game or stay off the game. I'm not surprised that Memphis won that game, but even still in that, Nets hung with them as well. I like what I'm seeing from the Nets. KD looks locked in. Kyrie looks locked in. Ben Simmons, he just has to be defensively locked in this game, my guys. Steve Nash got a take as well. He was starting to get fired up. Something tells me that this team comes in here like absolute must-win type of situation here. They do have a game. It's the first game of back-to-back. It's only good, not a thing that's not good. They play the Mavs at home the next day, but they're probably going to lose that game, my guys. Mavs going to come in really pissed off, and they match up really well with the Nets. Give me the Nets here plus the 4. It's worth a little J Money sprinkle, my guys. I'm betting the Nets. I always say you guys can take what you take. If you don't like it, you don't have to ride with me here. But I'm taking the Nets plus the 4. I think they get back to 500, 2-2 on the season, my guys. So I'm finna get out of here, man. We'll break down every show. See what I'm saying? That's a good point, Leg Show. The Bucks have been off for a little while as well. Not necessarily in the best offensive groove. You see what I'm saying? So while they are really rested here, you want to be playing the game every day and every other day instead of having 3 straight days off, especially early in the season. You just started back the season, and then you get a mini vacation at the house, just chilling around. I can see the Bucks coming out flat here. I like the Nets early and often, my guys. Back on here at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern. Man, real quick, let's talk about some shirts here, man. You know what? I'd rather talk about some shirts, man. $10 off the shirts. Win 10. Use promo code WIN10. The Jay and Shark shirts are $15, my guys. I can't talk you off. What are we doing? Did you cash with Jay and Shark today? Cash out from the bookie and send $15 or go over to the website, jmoneyismoney.com, and grab a Jay and Shark shirt just for the good luck vibes, man. You don't even have to like the shirt. But also, Smack City, Us Against the Bookies, and Let's Get Some Cash shirts. All shirts, $10 off. Use promo code WIN10, my guys. Now, the picks that I'm on, I'm on Nets plus the 4. I'm on Minnesota Timberwolves to bounce back first quarter and first half to bring their momentum from the fourth quarter in the last game, outscored them 35-12. Now the rest advantage is equal. They're coming off a loss. They're at the house. We're taking a favor. It's coming off the loss, revenge spot, immediate revenge with the favorite here, coming off the upset loss, man. So Timberwolves first quarter, first half. Nets as well. I might hop on Nets first half as well, but Nets plus the 4 official Timberwolves first quarter, first half. Let's get some cash. Let's go 3-0 one time for the one time. It's Us Against the Bookies, man. That's why I do these shows. Fuck them bookies, man. Let's get this cash. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate your time, man. If you appreciate the shows, me taking the time out of my day, man, this is my 4th or 5th show today. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Retweet on Twitter as well, man. Get a shirt if you can. $10 off, man. Like, hit the like button, subscribe, retweet, and share the show. Tell people about the show and grab a shirt, man, if you can. Let's go 3-0 one time for the one time, my guys. We out. Back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern.